मैम सेंटर
लाइट लगाना तेरा
यहाँ पे
ये अजय लाइट
नेहा राइट में हाँ बराबर
मैम ये सेंटर मैम सेंटर मैम
लाइट
अभी इस कैमरा
Okay. Thank you very much, Mahesh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I think half the reason, or a very large part of the reason that the show is such a success is because of all of you, because of the press, because of the media. So thank you so much for always supporting us. You know, जब हमने ये शो शुरू किया था तो हमने सोचा नहीं था कि इस शो की शुरुआत कई लोग पूछते हैं कि कैसे हुई, और ये शो की शुरुआत हुई एक पार्किंग लॉट में, और बहुत अजीब लगता है पर उस पार्किंग लॉट में मैं ऐसे ही खड़ी थी अपनी गाड़ी के लिए, और साथ ही में मेरा एक बहुत पुराना दोस्त, या फिर वो समझता था कि वो मेरा दोस्त है, पर मैंने उसको वैसे you know, I hadn't given him that much importance in my life till we actually started making the show. That's this gentleman sitting over here. His name is Gaurav Adva, and he was sitting with he was actually waiting for his car along with Rishi Malhotra, jo Saavn he's one of the 3 partners of Saavn, and he's in New York, of course. Rishi and Param and Vin, of course, they're here in spirit with us. I just spoke to them. You know, to cut a long story short, ये शो जब हम सब अपनी गाड़ियों का इंतज़ार कर रहे थे और हम बातचीत जो हमारी शुरू हुई, उस वक्त इन्होंने कहा कि you know, आप बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बातें करते हैं, एक एक्टर होने के नाते we didn't think that you were so interesting. Why don't you have an audio show? And I thought it was a very you know, it was a very interesting proposition कि I was like, देखते हैं कल तक पता चल जाएगा सावन के जो लोग हैं उनका दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हो जाएगा. That was my day when I tried to go out there, judge them, but guess what? They proved me wrong. They have supported me immensely through it all. There was a small idea, and guess where we are today? We're in season 2. And thank you everyone from Saavn. Thank you my wonderful team. Where's my writer, who is absolutely brilliant? Mansi, she will never come on stage. You will never see her. But yes, the most wicked person in the room is sitting right here in a blue top. Then I think this show would be nothing if it wasn't for the amazing guests that we've had on the show. Starting from Karan Johar, who was my first guest on season 1 of No Filter Neha, going up to Karan, Kareena, Sonam, Kangana, Farah, Anurag, Chetan, Arjun. Oh my God, there are like so many. Ranbir. I can go on and on and on, and the list is endless. And just when I thought that sitting over there and just being a guest, and I would always tell them, you know, क्या करना है आपको? आके मेरे से बातें ही तो करनी है. It's just an unfiltered chat. And at that point, they'd be like, yeah, we'll come. And they would make it look really easy. Till came this one point where I was like, you know, how about I try and have this unfiltered chat on camera?
All right, so Neha, before I throw the floor open, throw the floor open, you know, I was very curious, and I wanted to ask you, which celebrity was the hardest to stump so far? Oh, there are so many?
No, you're saying stump, right?
Yes.
I'd say the intention is not to stump anyone, but I feel, I think with Karan Johar and with Farah Khan and Imtiaz Ali, there was very little I had to do. Like Karan, I think I asked him one question and then he took on and he took over for 75 minutes.
Oh.
I wasn't saying anything. He was amazing. Farah was also like, you know, lots and lots of energy. And I think Imtiaz, as much as he wanted, he was very, he pretended like he didn't know much. But when he started talking, he was doing enough for him and me both.
Okay.
Yeah, the 3 of them.
So Imtiaz tops the list, I guess.
No, it's a current tops.
Current tops
Yeah, current tops the list.
Okay. Mahesh, I was curious to ask you, so in a world where today video entertainment, you know, is really everywhere, what makes us, you know, Saavn as, you know, a audio streaming platform, what makes it interesting to have a celebrity audio talk show, according to you?
It's a great question. I get asked this question pretty often, actually. Audio is actually a very beautiful medium. If you think about it, when the cameras are off, that's when you really get people to speak their mind.
Yeah, I agree.
These are uninhibited conversations, literally no filter conversations. And I think Neha does a fantastic job of getting them to talk at that moment as well.
I totally agree with you. After that Varun Dhawan listening, I think Neha, you've got the gift of getting people to say things which they probably didn't plan to say, which makes me ask you, what makes No Filter Neha different from, you know, other celebrity talk shows?
I think, firstly, that it's audio. So that's what makes it completely different. It's a completely different platform. The fact that it's on Saavn, it's not video. I get asked this question a lot, why is it not video? The answer is it's not video yet. So,
okay.
yeah, so that's the first and most important thing. For me, the one thing that sets this show apart is the research that goes into it. So we have a way of doing research where first we have a team that does research where you get everything that's available online about the person, and then we make sure we put all that information aside. We literally put it through the shredder and we're like, we never want to hear this again or read about this. And then we start making our calls and getting amazing info out. Like literally, I have cold called so many people in the past 1 year. Like I remember cold calling Ranveer's best friend and then Imtiaz's friend sitting somewhere in Calcutta, and you know, Karan's childhood friend or someone or the other, and then getting info out. So the minute you give them that information,
right,
they're like, oh my God, how did you know this? And I think most importantly is the way, I love the monologues that are there. It's a part of my life, and like I introduced, and this is where my wicked writer comes into play, and she's sitting right here. That's Mansi, who's the writer of the show. And you know, it's just the way she formats the questions, or the way we think about the questions. We take them to a point where they don't have a choice but to be unfiltered.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, believe it or not, there's a science to it. And I think that a large part of it, like, there's nothing more that I enjoy when it comes to the media, even more than, no offense, like amazing photographs. What I enjoy is a great interview. Like when somebody has spent time to read about me or get to know me and then get to know me better, I love spending time with those journalists or those people who like to interview me. And, you know, I want to make it special for our guests, or our team would like to make it special for our guests, because when they come and they give us that 1.5 hours or 2 hours of their time, we want to spend at least, you know, 4 days or a week doing that research to make them feel important. So yeah, I know it was a simple question and a long answer, but we spent a lot of time
No, but
on
that's fantastic. I mean, the approach, I think you've got the science, you've got the equation, you've got the formula, right? So I can actually go on and on, but I think I'm going to now turn the table and, you know, we've got mics, so it's your turn now. Neha and Mahesh are here. Please feel free to ask your question. Just make sure you raise your hand, identify yourself, and here we go with the first one.
Oh, the giggly girl behind me.
Hi, Neha.
Hi.
This is Ankita from Republic TV. My question to you is, what is the no filter thing you have done or said in your life? Anyone?
We showed you that AV. This is the scariest and most unfiltered thing. I've never spoken about Spanx in front of anyone. So it's kind of embarrassing because it's out there now and it's on YouTube for life. And I think the most unfiltered thing that I have done in my life is definitely host this show. Like, I know that I'm really putting myself out there, because as much as, you know, Varun is not wanting to talk about Alia, I'm also saying stuff about Alia, and then I'm also saying stuff about Arjun, and I'm also saying stuff about everybody who comes on the show. So yeah, it's, but I had reached this point where we used to have, I've had so many amazing conversations with all these people who we call celebrities and A-listers, and when I talk to them off camera, they're so much fun and unfiltered, and I'm just like, you know what, we should put this out there. And it's not like they're talking about their personal lives, or it's not like they're gossiping. You didn't hear any of that. This wasn't a gossip show. It was a show about them just having fun. So yeah, that's the unfiltered, most unfiltered thing I've done. That may be a lie. I've done a couple of unfiltered things, but let's not talk about that right now.
So could you please use the mic?
I mean, we are speaking in English. There's not, I understand that a lot of the episode, a large chunk of it is English because, you know, it's not that I'm more comfortable in English या फिर मुझे हिंदी बोलने में कोई problem है, but कई बार होता है कि वो they just express themselves better in English. But yes, we are focusing and we try and tilt them. जितना जैसे आप लोग भी बोलते थोड़ा हिंदी बोलिए, we also try and tilt them towards Hindi and try and keep that in mind. But I guess they speak like 70%. It's English. It's a mix between the two.
What will it be not good idea जो हिंदी बोलते हैं लोग उनके लिए भी ऐसा प्रोग्राम आ सके?
I think it's a better idea, sir. अच्छा किया आपने बता दिया क्योंकि हम इसके बाद जितनी recordings बची हैं हम ज़्यादातर कोशिश करेंगे कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग हिंदी में बात करें because it's a great input.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any further questions? All right, I think that's about it. Neha Dhupia and Mahesh, thank you so much. Yes, we're having a photo opportunity. This is the time for all you shutterbugs to be ready.
Before we leave, I just want all of you to enjoy the rest of the season. It's going to last 12 weeks, and even after the season is over, you're still going to be able to listen to the episodes on Saavn as and when you feel like. And yeah, somebody on my wish list apart from Shah Rukh Khan is Arnab Goswami. So
Republic TV, are you
will you
listening?
just give him the message? I want him to come. Yes, tell the boss that he needs to be on No Filter Neha. This is what we do. We don't hold back. The minute we get an opportunity, this is what we do. But yeah, seriously guys, it's been a great experience doing season 1. I'm a bunch of nerves right now. Please listen to the episode. You haven't heard the entire episode. It's actually 35 minutes. What you got to hear was 20 minutes. And it's been a great experience. Past 3 months have been awesome. My team is amazing. Wherever my team is, please put your hands up. Radhika, PR, Bikram, Gaurav, Pooja, the amazing visual, only an amazing visual medium is brought to you by Pooja. There's Mansi, who's our writer, Rishi, who's the official punching bag, also my manager. There's one of my closest friends, Vidushi, who's nodding her head there. Yeah, she was there for me 4 a.m. every time Saavn wasn't there for me. Where is Sharanya? Sharanya's left. She was on the show. There's Unni. Narayan Nambodripad. Only he's very fond of sport and is waiting anxiously if and when Katrina Kaif shows up. He's going to wear his brand new shirt and show up. There's Tamanna on PR. There's NC Sahu, the official water and tea supplier, and Man Friday. Who else? My parents are here. My mom and dad. Yeah, so this has been amazing. Asmita, PR, like I don't know who else. Am I missing out on anyone? फिर बाद में मत बोलना मेरा नाम नहीं लिया. हाँ? Thank you, sir. मेरी हिंदी भी बहुत अच्छी है. अगली बार से हम हिंदी में बात करेंगे. आप बोलो तो मैं पंजाबी में भी बात कर लूँ. हाँ? Thank you, guys. We'd be nowhere and nothing without you all. So thank you, everyone from the press, for showing up. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.